A lot of people say, how did he become a poet? Why did he become a poet? And it's very easy. I wrote about it later on. It's my biography. It's called Graham Rhodes, Poetry, 52 Years of Performance Poetry, or How John Otway Ate My Curry. And it sort of explains why I was a poet. This is the introduction. Introduction. Stone Roses Bar, York, 9:45, 18th of October 2019. It's a damp autumn night in York. Outside the wind is blowing up from the river. Inside the place is packed with York's usual Friday night drinkers and revellers. I'm sat in the backstage area. Yvonne's at my side, a pint of Peroni in front of me. The band members of Northern Riots have just completed their sound check that was so good the crowd thought it was their first number and are buzzing for more. Little do they suspect there's a poet going on stage before the band begins. 6 poems and a handover to the band, who will drift on stage and pick up their instruments as I do my set. So when I've finished, they're poised, ready with the first chord. Making sure I have my reading glasses on, I pick up my pint and sheaf of poetry and walk to the edge of the stage. Nils, the band's singer-songwriter, is standing there. "I'm shit scared," he says. "So am I reply. "I always am. Always have been." I glance around. Brad, the guitarist, gives me a nervous smile and goes back to fiddling with his foot pedals. Luke, the bass player, gives me a nod. Chris, the drummer, is standing ready to get into position. He nods and smiles at me as well. Nils gives me a big hug and a kiss on the cheek. Placing my poetry on the stool next to me, I take a deep pull of the Peroni and walk out into the centre of the stage and take the microphone in hand. I look at the audience, who are all looking at the stage in anticipation of a band. The last thing they expect is a 70-year-old ranting poet. For God knows how many times in my life I lift the microphone to my mouth. "Oi, oi! Oi, oi! Oi, oi, you fuckers! You can be shit-face, have shit for brains, shit a get off the pot, smoke shit, talk shit, or even be shit hot. You can throw shit, give a shit, or duck when it hits the fan." What follows is a 52-year-old story of how I got here. That's the introduction. Chapter 1.